Hello, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how I filled the holes in the dash of my 66 Mustang where somebody had installed an aftermarket radio. It's a common problem and maybe this will be helpful. So what I did was I took a piece of 1/2-inch rod, because that's about the size the holes were that had been drilled. I think it's pretty typical. And took a piece of 1/2-inch rod and I cut it, as you see here, nearly all the way through. Not quite, just enough to hold it. Now this is a longer piece. I just cut the end here to demonstrate. The piece that I actually used for the job was only about 6 inches long, and I'd made this cut on both ends of it. Then what I was able to do was to take the rod and reach up from behind the dash, reach up under it. I got my air conditioning vents there now, but I was able to reach up behind it and use the rod to hold that plug in place. And then I have a wire feed flux core, and I welded that plug in place. And by virtue of it being cut nearly all the way through, then I was just able to rock the rod back and forth until that last little bit of metal holding it to the end of the rod broke off. So then what I had was a hole with a plug in it, and I just tacked around the hole. And then when I got it pretty secure, which it doesn't take much, you're not going to be beating on it or anything, I was able to sand down the weld, grind it a little bit, and then sand it smooth, and then put a little bit of body filler in there. And as you can see, I now have just the original 2 holes there, and I don't think it's really noticeable that there was ever a repair made there. That's how I did it.